Have you ever noticed that, despite taking your arthritis medications on time and stretching diligently, you still feel that persistent ache or stiffness, especially when you first rise in the morning? Many people assume that worsening joint pain is simply an unavoidable part of aging, but the truth is that what you eat every day can be fueling the inflammation inside your body, exacerbating your symptoms, and slowing down your progress toward feeling better. Arthritis, whether it's osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, or another type, occurs when the immune system's normal responses go awry and attack the tissues inside your joints. At a biochemical level, certain foods trigger the release of pro-inflammatory molecules like interleukin-6 and tumor necrosis factor alpha, which travel through your bloodstream and sensitize the nerve endings in your joints, amplifying pain signals. Other compounds, known as advanced glycation end products, form when sugar binds irreversibly to proteins like collagen, making cartilage stiffer and more prone to wear and tear. Eating foods that stoke these processes day after day is like pouring gasoline on a fire. Fortunately, by identifying and minimizing the ingredients that accelerate inflammation and joint breakdown, you can slow the march of arthritis and regain a greater degree of comfort and mobility. One of the biggest culprits hiding in plain sight is refined sugar. Whether it's disguised as sucrose, high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, or evaporated cane juice on a label, added sugar is everywhere, lurking in sodas, candy, baked goods, sauces, snack bars, even seemingly savory items like ketchup and marinades. Research shows that the average adult in Western countries consumes well over 70 grams of added sugar per day, nearly 3 times the amount recommended by leading health authorities. Each time you swallow a spoonful of sugar or take a gulp of a sugary drink, your blood glucose levels spike, prompting a surge of insulin to shuttle that glucose into cells. But when your system endures repeated cycles of hyperglycemia and hyperinsulinemia, it triggers a cascade of inflammatory cytokines, especially interleukin-6 and TNF-alpha, as well as high levels of C-reactive protein, a marker directly linked to worse arthritis symptoms. Even more insidiously, sugar attaches to collagen fibers in your cartilage, creating stiff cross-links known as advanced glycation end products that make the tissue less elastic, more fragile, and more prone to cracking under pressure. Over time, these combined effects, persistent inflammatory signaling plus age accumulation, can accelerate cartilage breakdown and make each step, bend, or twist more painful than the last. The good news is that small, sustainable swaps can make a huge difference. Instead of reaching for a candy bar or soda, opt for a handful of berries, which deliver natural sweetness along with fiber and antioxidants to blunt those glucose spikes, or stir a pinch of cinnamon into your oatmeal to evoke sweet flavors without the inflammatory toll of refined sugars. Fried foods are another dietary mainstay that can wreak havoc on arthritic joints. There's something undeniably satisfying about the crisp crunch of French fries, fried chicken, or battered onion rings, but the very process that produces that enticing texture also transforms oils into toxic, inflammatory compounds. When oils are heated past their smoke point, often between 350 and 400 degrees Fahrenheit, they break down into lipid oxidation products like aldehydes and lipid peroxides. These toxic byproducts flood your bloodstream, overwhelm your body's antioxidant defenses, and increase the burden of reactive oxygen species, which damage proteins, lipids, and DNA in cartilage and synovial membranes. To compound matters, many fast food establishments and snack manufacturers rely on partially hydrogenated oils for frying, generating trans fats that alter cell membrane structure, activate toll-like receptor 4 on immune cells, and upregulate nuclear factor kappa B pathways, one of the body's master controllers of inflammation. Even oils high in saturated fats, such as palm oil, can exacerbate these immune triggers. At the same time, diets rich in unhealthy fats contribute to arterial plaque and impaired circulation, limiting the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to joint tissues at the precise time they need repair. By contrast, switching to gentler cooking methods, air frying, baking, grilling, or steaming, dramatically reduces the production of these inflammatory molecules. Toss sweet potato wedges or zucchini fries with a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil and season them with smoked paprika and garlic powder before roasting, or marinate chicken and vegetables in olive oil, citrus, and herbs, then grill for a satisfying, joint-friendly meal. These simple changes spare your body from the dual onslaught of trans fats and oxidized oils, protecting your joints and arteries alike. Red meat, long lauded for its protein, iron, and B vitamin content, can also pose a significant challenge for people with arthritis when consumed in large quantities, especially if preparation methods and cuts are not carefully chosen. Myristic and palmitic acids, two of the primary saturated fats in beef, pork, and lamb, have been shown to activate toll-like receptor 4 on macrophages and other immune cells, leading to the release of interleukin-1 beta and other potent inflammatory cytokines. Moreover, cooking red meat at high temperatures, whether you're grilling, broiling, or pan-searing, produces heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, two classes of compounds that increase oxidative stress and inflammatory gene expression in experimental models. Red meat is also rich in heme iron, which, in excess, can catalyze the Fenton reaction and produce reactive oxygen species, further damaging chondrocytes, the cells responsible for maintaining healthy cartilage. These combined effects, saturated fat-driven inflammation, oxidative damage from HCAs and PAHs, and heme iron-induced free radical formation, create a perfect storm for accelerating joint degeneration. The solution is to strike a careful balance. When you do choose meat, reach for leaner cuts like sirloin or pork tenderloin and limit portions to 3 ounces per meal. Even better, prioritize anti-inflammatory protein sources such as fatty fish, which deliver EPA and DHA, omega-3 fats shown in clinical studies to reduce joint stiffness and swelling, poultry, which contains less saturated fat, or plant-based proteins like lentils, chickpeas, and tofu, which pack fiber and phytonutrients alongside their amino acids. A robust Mediterranean-style bowl featuring baked salmon, quinoa, roasted asparagus, and a drizzle of olive oil offers a protein-rich, anti-inflammatory feast that nourishes your muscles and joints without stoking the fire of arthritis. Dairy products can be a bit of a double-edged sword when it comes to arthritis. On one hand, they provide calcium, vitamin D, and high-quality protein, nutrients essential for bone and muscle health. On the other hand, certain components of dairy can trigger inflammation in susceptible individuals. Casein, the predominant milk protein, exists in 2 main forms, A1 and A2 beta-casein. Some research suggests that A1 casein breaks down into beta-casomorphin 7, a peptide that can stimulate immune cells to release inflammatory cytokines. Lactose, the natural milk sugar, can cause gastrointestinal distress in people with lactase deficiency, leading to gut dysbiosis and increased intestinal permeability, 2 factors that can fuel systemic inflammation and indirectly worsen joint pain. Even full-fat dairy's saturated fats may contribute to inflammatory signaling via toll-like receptors. If you find that you experience bloating, brain fog, or an uptick in joint stiffness after consuming milk, cheese, or ice cream, it may be worth investigating dairy sensitivity. Some people experience relief by switching to A2 only cow's milk or goat's milk, both of which contain slightly different casein structures that may be gentler on the system. Others do better with fermented dairy products such as Greek yogurt, kefir, or aged cheeses, where the fermentation process breaks down much of the lactose and casein, while probiotics support a healthy gut microbiome. For those who choose to eliminate dairy entirely, unsweetened almond, soy, oat, or cashew milks can be fortified with calcium and vitamin D to preserve bone health without casein or lactose. Nut-based yogurts and cheeses made from cashews or almonds also offer creative, joint-friendly alternatives. Just be sure to choose unsweetened, minimally processed varieties to avoid hidden sugars or unhealthy oils. Finally, highly processed convenience foods deserve special attention because they often combine multiple inflammatory ingredients, excess sodium, refined carbohydrates, added sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives, into a single package. Think frozen entrees, canned soups, snack bars, deli meats, instant noodles, and packaged pastries. While these items offer speed and convenience, they frequently contain so much salt that they lead to water retention in your tissues, increasing joint swelling and stiffness. The refined starches and added sugars spike blood glucose, triggering more insulin release and pro-inflammatory cytokine production, while artificial flavor enhancers, preservatives, and colorings can provoke immune responses in sensitive individuals. This perfect storm of sodium, refined carbs, trans fats, and chemicals creates a metabolic environment that magnifies arthritis flares. To break free, adopt a simple batch cooking strategy. Roast chicken breasts, salmon fillets, or tofu on Sunday. Steam a medley of colorful vegetables, and cook a big pot of whole grains such as brown rice or quinoa. Portion these components into reusable containers for quick, balanced meals all week long. Snack on fresh-cut vegetables with hummus, a handful of mixed nuts, or slices of apple with almond butter rather than reaching for a processed bar. Homemade soups, crafted with low-sodium broth, fresh vegetables, beans or lean protein, and anti-inflammatory spices like turmeric and ginger, offer warmth and comfort without the inflammatory baggage. By reclaiming control over your ingredients, you'll greatly reduce your exposure to hidden triggers and flood your body with the vitamins, minerals, fiber, and healthy fats that support joint repair and calm inflammation. Transforming your diet doesn't require an all-or-nothing overhaul overnight. Start by keeping a simple food diary for 3 days to identify your biggest inflammatory culprits, perhaps refined sugar in sodas, fried snacks, or processed meats. Then pick one swap to implement this week. Replace your soda with sparkling water flavored with fresh lemon or berries. Swap French fries for oven-roasted sweet potato wedges, or trade processed deli meats for grilled chicken breast in your sandwich. Next week, tackle another category. Over time, these incremental changes will add up to a powerful, lasting shift in your overall inflammatory balance. Many people find that after just a few weeks of reducing sugar and processed foods, their joint pain decreases, mobility improves, and even their energy levels bounce back. Remember, arthritis management is a multifaceted journey that extends far beyond pills or physical therapy alone. Your diet can be either an ally or an adversary in this quest for comfort and mobility. By mindfully minimizing refined sugars, avoiding deep-fried and processed foods, choosing lean or plant-based proteins over red meat, exploring dairy alternatives if you're sensitive, and prioritizing whole, minimally processed ingredients, you'll be giving your body the best possible chance to heal and maintain optimal joint function. Every joint-friendly food choice you make is an investment in your long-term quality of life. Start small, stay consistent, and celebrate each win, however small, as proof that your efforts are paying off. If you found today's insights helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with friends or family members dealing with arthritis, and subscribe for more science-backed nutrition strategies. We'd love to hear about your own experiences. What dietary swaps have you tried, and how have they affected your pain and mobility? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and here's to nourishing your joints, reclaiming your comfort, and moving through life with renewed freedom.